Welcome to the news at 10. I'm Hunter Funk. Our top story tonight, a rehabilitation facility in Southwest Boise is looking to expand, asking for a permit to double its capacity. But neighbors in the area are pushing back. And tonight, the future of that proposal is up for debate. Let's bring in Abby Wilt now, who is live in studio with us. Abby, what's going on here?
Right, Hunter. So Icarus is a residential behavioral health facility helping people deal with non-emergency issues like anxiety, depression, eating disorders, and substance abuse. But some neighbors say they don't want this type of facility expanding so close to their homes.
So we have a mixed residential base of elderly and young families throughout the neighborhood.
In South Boise, you'll find a close-knit neighborhood, home to families who've lived there for generations.
We've lived here for 37 years.
But now many say that sense of community could change if a nearby behavioral health facility is allowed to double in size.
It became more obvious that they were wanting to put in a residential drug and alcohol treatment program.
Icarus is a recovery center in the Gem State, serving patients in different locations in Boise, Nampa, Caldwell, Eagle, Meridian, and Pocatello. But the facility in South Boise, located in a neighborhood, is up for debate.
To exceed 8 residents, we do need a conditional use permit.
Icarus is asking to expand the current residential facility to have 16 patients rather than 8. And to do that, the facility would need to be what's called a community care facility.
The current use is allowed. We are asking for the CUP to treat more people in need, and I think that's important in this context, and especially in Ada County.
But neighbors in the area don't want what they call a commercial facility in their backyards, no matter what kind it is.
We as a neighborhood, we as individuals have absolutely no biases or concerns or discrimination against the folks who are wanting to get recovery, who are wanting to get treatment.
Our concern is that the proponent came in here with the intentions of running a commercial facility in a residential zoned area that's only based on residential family dwellings.
There's safety concerns with nearby schools and bus stops, and safety concerns for patients living in a home rather than a space designed for people seeking recovery from addiction.
Icarus has made many assurances that no, they'll all be contained either in the house or the backyard, and allowed in the backyard only with supervisory staff with them. We've had 2 instances already in July where their residents were out of the house on the street, pacing up and down the road.
Icarus representatives said in this week's Ada County Planning and Zoning Commission public hearing that the Fair Housing Act was in play and that it was discrimination to not allow a building to be used for treatment under law. The Fair Housing Act prohibits discrimination in housing based on race, color, sex, religion, or disability.
The residents of the proposed facility are disabled and are protected under the Federal Fair Housing Act.
But neighbors say what they call a medical facility is different than just a home.
We believe that that Fair Housing Act does not properly apply to a medical facility.
The Ada County Planning and Zoning Commission unanimously voted to not approve the permit.
I would move to deny.
Ranging from safety concerns to noise complaints to the law.
It is also well established under Idaho law that a conditional use permit is not a right, but it's a privilege. An individual should never buy property on the basis of an assumption that the government will grant a conditional use permit.
Now Icarus can appeal that motion if they want and continue to fight to have more patients in South Boise.
We knew when we saw the number of people here that one way or the other, this is going to get appealed to the Board of County Commissioners.
Icarus is expected to make that appeal now. There's not a clear timeline on when exactly that'll happen yet, so we'll keep an eye on that.
Okay, so Abby, everyone agreed facilities like this are needed, but they're just saying it has to be in the right designated spaces.
Exactly, yeah. The neighbors weren't against the facility by any means. It was more where exactly that was. They were even worried that even if it wasn't this type of facility, that like a store could come in or anything commercial in their neighborhood. So
yeah, stuff a lot of different organizations are going through right now. Thank you, Abby.